Here we are, tissue fitting our pattern piece. What I'm doing is I'm folding the pattern down at the waistline because that extra paper up there is where the fabric will fold down to form the casing. I've also folded the hem at the bottom up so we don't think we have more fabric than we do. Okay, next is you need to draw in a 5/8 inch stitching line. So I'm measuring my measuring tape to see how wide it is, and turns out it is 5/8 of an inch wide. So I'm going to use that because it kind of curves and bends as I need it. I'm placing it on the very edge of the pattern piece, and I'm going to make marks just on the other side of it. If your measuring tape is not 5/8 of an inch, which it's possible that it's not, then you can use a ruler and or a seam gauge and just mark every couple of inches from the edge 5/8 of an inch in. All right. I'm doing this on the seams where I will have seams and be able to try on this pattern piece. So on this one it is the out seam and the inseam. Okay. And I'm only going to do it to one piece. What I'll do next is I will take the front piece and the back piece and I'll put them together. I'm going to put them wrong sides together and have the pattern information facing out. Okay. And I'm going to do my best to line up the corners and the notches like I would if it were actually fabric. Now, my fabric will stretch a little bit, not a lot, a little bit, but definitely more than the paper. So it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. Now I am going to pin the two pieces together on the stitching line, on that 5/8 line, and these pins are going to represent where our stitches will be, or they will represent our stitches. I call this pinning to pretend. Got a pin to pretend. Okay. And I can see the front piece is starting to ride up a little bit, so I'm connecting it to the bottom corner of the back piece and then working in the middle a little bit. Now the pins, they go straight down, so the sharp part should be pointing down towards your feet, so you're less likely to stab your belly when you try this on. And the pins are going right on those markings, those 5/8 of an inch markings. That's the whole point of them. Right, that's the out seam. Now I'm going to do the inseam. And you see how piece number 7 and 8, they don't line up exactly when we lay them flat. That's okay, because you know what? You are not a flat table or a flat countertop. So that's okay. You are going to pick them up and put them together. You will do the same exact thing with your fabric later on. Again, sharp parts of the pin pointing down, and pin, go down and come back up on the 5/8 stitching line that you drew. And when you do go to try this on, if you tear something, it's okay. That's what tape is for. Now, let's try that on our leg. Okay, it's only going to go on one leg. Step into it, be gentle, it is tissue paper, and bring it all the way up so that the crotch seam is right where a crotch seam lives. Alright. Adjust so your side seam is on your side, and so the back piece goes just a little bit past your center back. There we go. Ta-da.